All right, guys, good evening. Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. I'm excited to get back and chatting with you guys here. I haven't gotten to speak to the team because we had Nicole on last week since the month has started. So I'm going to start with some announcements to get us kind of rolling. And then we're going to dive into the content for tonight, which is called Recipe for Success. So I'm going to move this over and I'm going to go into presentation mode. Okay, I want to start celebrating as people are hitting Success Club, not even Success Club, but earning points with Success Club as we go along. So far this month, and I will do this every time we hop on a Zoom together, but so far this month, we just have myself to shout out, which is neither here nor there, but I want you to know, guys, that each week I want to be adding more of you to this, not because I want to add people to this all-star thing or whatever because it's my glory. No, I want to shout you out for helping other people. Every point, or every 2 points essentially, represents another person's life that is being transformed through the gift of health and fitness. And so I want to celebrate and share that with you guys. I also want to do some recognition tonight really quick before we dive in. To the people who took the plunge and said, you know what, I am going to plug into training this month. Maybe I wasn't, there yet when I did the training the first time, or maybe I fell off the wagon before, but you know what I love? I love the people who tenaciously get back up and say that I'm going to rock the basics. I am going to, yet again, push to Emerald. I am going to work towards Diamond. I'm going to work on these daily assignments that will help push my business, push our team, push the people in my circle to a better version of themselves. Okay, so rock the basics. Michelle, Jessica T, and Amanda, you guys are gonna rock it. Emerald Daily, we've got Jessica F, Becca, and Kayla in that group, and Diamond Daily is continuing on. It's got like maybe 8 more days left, and that's myself and Kaylee in that group together rocking it out, guys. There is a space for you still. If you are like, okay, you know what, Brittany, that's what I needed to hear. I needed to just, I just needed that kick in the butt to get back in. I love it. Get in. But here's the deal, and this is what's changing with me. I need to do a better job during these trainings of holding you accountable to the goals that you set in place. Not because I am like a mean old witch or anything like that, but I am doing you a disservice. If you put pen to paper and you write down a goal and you tell me, I want to do this, or this is what I want to do this month, and I don't actually push you to do the actions that it takes to get there, man, I'm doing you a disservice. And so you'll probably notice if you're already plug into those groups that I've reached out to you today, and I've got your goals written down. They're right in front of my face. I've got your goals written down, and I'm also checking to see that you're doing the daily task. And so I have a check mark next to everybody who's part of these groups not to like see, I gotcha. It's not a gotcha kind of thing. It's I want to see who's really doing the homework assignments, because at the end of the month, I can't have another month like April. We can't have another month like April as a team, where we get to the end of the month and for 30 days we worked hard, and yet there's no one we can shout out for actually graduating out of one of these groups. These groups are designed and meant to push your business forward, but you have to put in the work. And so congrats, guys, to those, how many is that? 8 individuals that are plugged into training for Inspire Beauty. Again, if you still are on the fence, if you are like a last minute Lucy, it's all good. We can still plug you in. You've only missed day 1 of the stuff. You can get back in and make up for that easily. But obviously after, the first couple days of this group, it's going to start getting hard to go back and do assignments. That being said, those of you who are in the group, don't let homework assignments pile up and up and up and up, because then it gets to be like, okay, there's just so much that I have to make up that I'm just not going to do anything. And that's where I see a lot of people fall off. So if you miss a day here or there, that's fine. Double up, but make sure you're doing those daily homework assignments. Make sure you tag me in any posts that it requires you to tag on Facebook, so that way I can make sure that I'm seeing it, just in case, you never know, I might miss it. So congrats, guys, for those people. I'm so proud of you, and for things to come. Couple things to note for this month, guys. The Success Club 5 and Up reward is a live webinar with John C. Maxwell, and he is the author, if you got the book last month, of Failing Forward. If you haven't gotten that book, it's a great book. I'm going to plug into it this month. I'm a month off from you guys if you already did that one, but I'm reading that book. But he is a great author when it comes to leadership, when it just comes to, just entrepreneur mindset and all that stuff. So John C. Maxwell will be hosting a live webinar for anyone who hits SC5 or higher. What does that mean? That means 3 challenge packs or 3 Shakeology home direct orders. That's basically 3 new customers this month. Guys, we're only on the 8th of May. You have plenty of time to hit Success Club. Oh my God. I'm totally joking. Don't drink water and try to talk. I'm okay. So Summit registration, guys. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, we'll talk about that in a second. But for those of you who have your ticket, registration opens this Wednesday, May 10th. And I will be on the team page kind of telling you what I'm doing. That does not mean that you have to register for the same workshops that I registered for. That also does not mean that you have to register for the same workout that I do. I want everybody to go to Summit and have an experience that will supercharge not only their business, but their life, right? I want you to leave a better and more on fire individual. And so registration's May 10th. I'm going to be posting in the team page tomorrow just the outline of all the choices. They do fill up. And so, as the elite coaches and everybody else has already been registering, by the time it opens for the general public on May 10th for the general coaches, there might be things that are already closed. So you want to act fast on Wednesday. Okay. So I'll be plugging all that stuff in tomorrow. If you haven't gotten a ticket for Summit yet, guys, do it. Seriously, do it. I've never missed a Summit as a Beachbody coach. And I can promise you that if I missed my first Summit, I probably would have quit the business. I probably wouldn't have seen the potential that this business offers. I probably wouldn't connect this business to real life because I would still be seeing things at a distance and not up close, face to face. Oh my gosh, that's the person I've been following on social media all these years, right? No, that is a person that puts their pants on one leg at a time. They brush their teeth, if they remember, just like you and I. Like, they're normal, real people, but yet they've done amazing, incredible things. And so Summit is a game changer. And it's not a game changer just for your business. It's a game changer for your life. There are going to be tools that you will get at Summit that will supercharge you in all aspects of life. And so those tickets, guys, get them. Get your ticket for Summit. Here's the deal. All you have to do is get your ticket and get there. We already have a house set up. It's an amazing house in NOLA, right outside of the French Quarter. It's going to be so much fun to all be in one house as a team, to just be able to see each other face to face, to embrace each other as a team, to finally be in one place all together. You don't want to miss it, guys. Don't let July slip by and you watch all the pictures flood in and then woe is me, you feel sorry for yourself because you weren't there. Get there, okay? Summit housing, again, we have a house. It will fill up though. If we get enough Inspire Beauty coaches and it gets filled up, then unfortunately I'm going to have you figure out housing in terms of hotel or whatever. So make sure you're on it. Get on it right now. Training started today. I just talked about that a second ago, but again, recapping, if you just hopped on the line, training started today for Rock the Basics and Emerald Daily. If you are still kind of like, I think I need to do this, I don't know why I didn't say it yesterday, but Brittany put me in, we can plug you in. Okay. So you got to get in touch with me right after this webinar. Book of the month, guys. Kaylee has done a great job of helping to plug us into personal development each and every month. I thank her so much for that. It is a crucial component, and you will hear about that tonight, but Pretty Happy and I Am That Girl were the top 2 picks. And so we allowed you to kind of choose your own adventure. You don't have to read these books, guys. If there's something else you're reading, share it with us. Let us know what you are reading. But those are the 2 suggestions that we had given this month. All access challenge pack is still $160, and the kickstart, which comes with a 3-day refresh, is $205. Continue to promote that. Shanti's new program is announcing, not launching, but it's announcing on Friday, May 12th. So make sure this week, find creative ways to share with your audience that there's something brewing, that there's something exciting coming. Shift Shop is the newest workout that's coming in 2 months at Coach Summit. We will be able to try it ourselves. I believe I'm going to attempt to do the live workout with Chris Downing, the celebrity trainer who is doing Shift Shop. And it's a really cool story about him and how he came to Beachbody, but basically Carl Deichler found him on YouTube. He is not a celebrity. He's a quote unquote nobody that just posted on YouTube, and Carl found him and he liked that he didn't care about being famous. And that's why he picked him. And it's a Shift Shop is about not just shifting your body, but shifting your mindset. It's going to be a killer workout. I can't wait until it comes out. So start promoting, start putting nuggets of that into your posts about, workouts that people are going to want to do to not just better their body, but to better themselves. And weekly volume shout outs, I'm going to continue doing that. Guys, if you don't know what volume is, go to the resource page and learn about it. There's volume attached to everything that Beachbody sells, every product. Shakeology Home Direct is 90. So any coaches you see that have 90 volume points or 90 PV, that means that they are on Shakeology Home Direct. They're getting that. Okay. And so if you have 90 PV, you're an active coach. Right? And so I shout that out, that you're active, that you are a self-care queen. You're walking the walk. You are talking the talk. It is good. If you are seeing that maybe you're at 180, then maybe there was like an overlap of 2 shake orders, because it goes every 5 weeks and our shake orders are about every 4 weeks. So sometimes it overlaps like that. If you buy products and you see that you have more volume, that's probably why. Or if you sell products, that's why your volume continues to build. Guys, keep building your volume. Okay. When you build your volume, you build your income. So how do you build your income? Well, you sell things to grow volume. So continue doing that. All right, let's get into it. So recipe for success, guys. I'm not going to give you there will be a point where I give you some daily behaviors that you need to do, but I'm going to really break it down to what you truly have to do. I've got 8 of them, 8 things that you truly have to really focus your attention on. And know wholeheartedly, without a doubt, that you're doing these 8 things, or that you have done these 8 things and they are fresh, so that you can continue to build your business the way you want to, right? First thing is that you have to determine your why. Now, I know we've heard this, you've got to have your why, but here's the deal, guys. Your why's got to be fresh. It's got to be relevant. So if the last time you determined why you're doing this business was 2 years ago when you signed up, you should probably reevaluate. You should reevaluate why you're doing this business at least once a month. I mean, really, because life changes. Our seasons change in life. Things happen. Life happens. And so your why is going to shift along with that. Nothing will last without your why. I see it time and time again. The coaches that quit don't have a strong enough why. If your why is that you want to help people, pack it up now. Just pack it up now. That's not why you do this business. That's what we do this business for. That's the what. We're helping people. But that's not why you did this. You're not signing up. Get selfish, guys. Your why is selfish. It's something that fuels you to get up and out of bed in the morning and do this business and do it with integrity and to show up every single day. Your why does that for you. So if you're saying, I want to help people, that isn't going to get you out of bed in the morning. Because when you don't feel like even helping yourself, how the heck are you going to help somebody else? When you lack motivation to do your own workout, how are you going to help someone else do their own? So the why can't be that I want to help people. So if you wrote down as your initial why, or the last why you wrote was that you want to help people, peel the onion layers back. Peel it back and figure out why you really want to do it. Guys, if I told you to run into a burning building today and I'll give you $5, you'd be like, no thanks. But if I told you to run into a burning building because your mom was in there, it would probably be a little different story, right? It's the same situation, same scenario. You're running into a burning building in each of them. But the why, what you're getting out of it, the reason for going in, $5, meh, or your mom, is a lot different. So the what is the same for all of us. What we're doing is the same, but why we do it has to be unique to you. It's got to be selfish, and you got to spend some time really thinking about that. Guys, you will quit this business if your why isn't deep enough. It's inevitable. And I hate to be that cut and dry, but the number one thing is determine your why. And if you don't have a strong why, if you don't have something that could bring you to tears or get you fired up right now, then none of 2 through 8 aren't going to matter anything. So this number 1 is number 1 for a reason. You've got to determine your why. Number 2, this business takes sacrifice. I guarantee you probably 98% of the coaches that are in this network also work full-time jobs, probably have kids, and are living struggling lives just like the rest of us. Okay, so don't think that just because your situation is X, Y, and Z, that there's no one else in this business that has to go through what you go through. Sacrifice is crucial. What are you willing to give up, you guys? Think about it. I gave up TV. When I first signed up as a coach, it was hard for me to afford Shakeology. I couldn't afford it. I really couldn't. My first challenge pack was put on a credit card because I couldn't afford the challenge pack. And so I put myself into credit card debt essentially by putting a challenge pack on it. But I knew I needed this. I knew there was a deep reason why I was doing this. I knew it. I was so convicted. And so in order to be able to pay for it, I gave up cable. I called freaking Comcast like right at about a month after signing up. And if it was between Shakeology and being a coach and being able to pay that each month, or it was between television. So I canceled television. I had no TV in my house. And you know what? It was the best choice I ever made. It was the best choice I ever made because I made it for me and my business and myself and my health, because sitting and watching mindless TV wasn't helping me be a better person. It wasn't. And so I canceled my television. I canceled social outings. I stopped going out to the bar. Now, I don't know if that's your lifestyle or whatever, but at the time, that was a huge part of my lifestyle, was going out all the time. Every Friday night, every Saturday night. Nope. Instead of staying, when I was doing Winter Guard, instead of staying with my friends on Saturday or Friday night after rehearsal and then just sleeping over and drinking too much that night, or staying up talking mindlessly and gossiping all night, instead of doing that, I'd drive home so that in the morning I could wake up and work my business, get in my workout, and then drive back to rehearsal, because it was that important to me. I sacrificed social outings. I lost friendships because of it. But you know what? Those friends weren't even real friends. They really weren't. Because if you lose a friendship, that should tell you something about the friendship, right? If you lose a friendship based on wanting to be a better version of yourself. Maybe you have to sacrifice sleep. Like maybe instead of getting up at 6 a.m., you have to set the alarm for 5:30 a.m. Guys, we're adults, right? Like I can't hear the, oh, I'm just not a morning person. Guys, grow up. Like we're all adults. Sacrifice that 30 minutes of sleep so that you can do things that you need to do now so that you can get to your goals faster. Sacrifice lunch breaks. I stopped eating with my friends at school and I worked during my lunch break. I would love to go gossip with my friends, my other teacher friends at lunchtime. Instead of doing that, I stayed in my classroom. I ate my lunch in my classroom, and I worked my Beachbody business on my lunch break. Sacrifices, guys. If you are looking at your life right now and you can't possibly find anywhere that you could sacrifice, you and I need to have a conversation so that I can maybe touch upon some points that I've sacrificed. But those are just a couple. Number 3 is envision where you are going. Guys, like a GPS. If I get in my car and I'm like, and I've never been somewhere before, right? There's somewhere I want to go that I've never been before. Like right now, I've never driven myself to San Diego. Let's just say that. I've never driven to San Diego from San Jose. I know the general direction. I know kind of how I'd have to go. Like I can guesstimate how to get to San Diego, but I've never been to San Diego. So I could get in my car right now and I could drive to San Diego just hoping that I get on the right turns and, oh man, I got off at the wrong exit, or, oh, I should have been on this expressway, or, oh, this one cuts in this way and that was a little better, or, oh, this one's going to take me longer because of rush hour. If I did it on my own, it would take me a really long time. But if I plug in my GPS, I'm going to have a better idea of where I'm actually going. So you have to know where you're going. If you just wake up and it's like, oh, I'm just doing these things because Brittany said I should do these things, well, who cares then, right? When the going gets tough or when life happens, you're not going to have a vision in front of you that's going to call you back to, this is what I'm working for. You're not working for me. You're not working for anybody else. You're working for that selfish why, that deep burning vision that you're trying to create for yourself. And you've got to have belief, guys. You've got to believe that whatever that vision is in front of you, that you know you're going there. Guys, I believe with everything in my heart that I will be a top coach in this network. I'm saying that right now. I will be a top coach in this network. I believe with everything in me that I will be debt-free in my life. I believe with everything in me that I will have an immaculate house that I can see right now, guys. I was shaving my legs in the shower today and I was thinking about the bathtub that I will one day have in my home. I was thinking about the island in my kitchen and the fact that it'll be an open floor plan and that there will be glass windows everywhere so that there'll be so much light in my house and it'll just be so beautiful. I can see it. I can taste it. You know what I mean? You've got to know where you're going and you've got to speak as if it's already happened. Guys, you got to know and have that belief that this is where you are going. Number 4 is to make a plan. Guys, yeah, you can have that vision. You can have a deep burning why, but your goals need action, right? I loved a challenger. She wrote her goals the other day and she didn't just write down, that she was going to lose weight. She told me what she was going to do, and then as a result, she would lose the weight. And I loved that because she already had such deep insight into what it takes. Yeah, you can say, I want this. This is my vision. This is what I dream of. This is what I truly want. But until you actually have an action plan, it's not going to happen. So today, especially with the ladies that I reached out to in our team trainings, I loved the goals that they set. They were awesome goals. But now it's my job to take those goals, their dreams, their desires, what they really want, and to say, okay, now what are we going to do to get there? And I'm offering suggestions and I'm holding them accountable. But that's what you've got to do too. You've got to make a plan. How do you get there, right? You've got to dig deep and really start lining that up, okay? Moving on, daily to-dos. So here's some of the daily to-dos that I personally think are really crucial to having a basic foundation of your business. So your workout and your shake, basic foundation to your business every single day, daily to-dos. Personal development every day, daily to-do. Checking in with challenge groups. Guys, if you don't have challenge groups running right now, you don't have a business. I don't know how to say it in any other way. And I love that there's coaches who are sampling free groups right now. That's awesome. That's a great way to get that trust built. But if you only hide behind free groups and you never go into a paid for group, you don't have a business, you have a charity. And maybe that's what you want to do, but if you're trying to earn an income or pay off your shakes or help more people to truly get results, you've got to run challenge groups. So checking in with your groups. If you don't have groups going right now, free groups, challenge groups, whatever, check into your training groups that you're a part of. Really dig deep in those training groups. Check into our group and reach out there. Okay, there's always places for you to go. 3 to 5 posts a day with value. Make sure what you're posting has value. Now, I've spoken to some coaches who are like, well, I really struggle with posting each day. Okay, well, you've got to sit down. That goes back to number 4, making a plan, right? You got to sit down and you've got to put pen to paper and say, Monday, I'm going to post at 7 a.m. I'm going to post sweaty selfie. Okay. At noon, I'm going to post what I'm eating for lunch. And at 5 p.m., I'm going to post an inspirational quote that really helped me today. It can be that basic, or you can get as specific as actually writing out the post and saving it on your phone. There are apps for that. There are apps for that you can use to plan out and pre-post your things so that all you have to do when it's time is go click, copy, paste, and then post it, right? But you've got to be posting 3 to 5 times a day consistently to add value to people's lives. And then adding 3 to 5 friends a day, building your network, inviting people to your groups that you're running or our coaching opportunity, inviting them to your team, follow-ups, following up with people, staying on people that you believe will really benefit from what you have to offer, okay? Doing the non-negotiables is part of the recipe for success, guys. Determine what that means for you, though. What is non-negotiable for me might not be non-negotiable for you. Those daily to-dos, I would say that all of those should be non-negotiable if you are attempting to build credibility and trust in this business, okay? So I'm just saying those are probably non-negotiables that you shouldn't say, well, I know Brittany said that, she does that, but that's not. No, those ones on the daily to-dos, non-negotiables. But like for me, I blog Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, non-negotiable, non-negotiable. Every Tuesday I send a letter, non-negotiable, okay? So, but that's for me. That's where I'm at in my business. Non-negotiables, right? So figure out what those are for you. Figure out what sacrifices you have to make those non-negotiable. Sometimes it's a sacrifice like, you know what? I didn't invite somebody today to my challenge group, and I said I was going to, and I'm going to have integrity because even when no one's looking, even when no one's watching me, I'm still going to do the things I said I was going to do because that's integrity. And I'm going to not go to bed yet because I have to go send out my invites that I said I was going to do. Okay. Think about other jobs, guys. If in another job, you were like, your boss told you that you had a really important meeting that he needed to see you from 5 to 6 p.m. But then at 4:30, your girlfriend called and said, hey, let's go to the bar. Or, hey, let's, I'll meet out at the park and do this thing together. And you said, hey, by the way, boss, I can't make it to that 5 to 6 meeting because I'm going to go out with my girls. You get fired, right? Imagine in any other business that you don't show up to Monday through Friday. Let's say your schedule is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Okay, well, so if you're saying my non-negotiable is that I work a power hour, 1 hour every day of my business, Monday through Friday, okay, and I don't show up from 5 to 6 a.m. like I said I was going to do, in a normal job, quote unquote, you would be fired. No one here is going to fire you. I'm not firing anybody, but like give yourself that gut check, that rating. Are you doing the behaviors you would do in any other job? Are you treating this like it's any other job? Because it is a job. You signed up to do a job. And so you have to take that seriously. You really do. You have to take that seriously. Okay, so doing the non-negotiables. Number 7, never stop growing. My one question for you is, where are you weak? Where are you weak in this business? If you say, Brittany, I'm weak with inviting. Brittany, I'm weak. I don't know how to run a challenge group. Brittany, I'm weak because I don't know how to rank advanced to emerald. I don't know the ins and outs of volume. Brittany, I'm weak because Success Club, I don't get what that all means. Brittany, I'm weak because I don't understand the value of personal development or whatever, guys. I don't get the compensation plan. I don't know how to talk about Shakeology to somebody. Guys, I could go on. Like, do you hear me going on? I'm literally right now, you know what I'm actually doing is I'm going down the resource page with everything that I've added to that resource page that's at your fingertips. Guys, where you are weak, research it. Research it. We live in a time where you have so much information at your fingertips. Don't wait. Nobody on Inspire Beauty, not myself, not any of the other leaders, not your upline. No one is responsible for you in this business. Everybody on this team has the opportunity to do whatever it takes. Everyone on this team was welcome to come to our Zoom tonight. Is everybody on this team on? I don't know. I can't see. I can only see my screen right now, but I'm going to guess, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to guess that no, not everybody is on this call. I can't help that, right? I can only control what I can control. I can't help if somebody signs up as a coach and they never send back the first email with their goals. If they don't send me the email with their goals, well, that says enough, right? That says that you can't even send an email back. What about, I signed up as a coach and I really want to work this business, but you don't do the Girl Boss Boot Camp, the 10 self-paced lessons. I mean, that says enough right there. If you don't have that motivation to research and to grow, this business is just going to be so hard for you because you never stop growing. There is not a moment in this business where I'm like, yes, I'm there. I don't need to learn another thing. Every day I'm filling myself with knowledge every single day. Number 8, guys, go all in. 1 foot in will give you 1 foot in results. It's just like your fitness. If I'm like, I'll work out today because it's Monday. And then you're like, oh, Tuesday sucked. I'm so tired. I'm so tired from Monday. I'm so tired from the weekend. I'm just not going to work out and eat well Tuesday. And then Wednesday, you're like, oh, I had something really important that I was doing. And then Thursday, you're like, okay. It's almost the weekend. I'll get a workout in. And then Friday comes and you're like, oh, it's the weekend. Whatever. I'll come back on Monday. You're going to have the results that you put in. The effort you put in is exactly what you'll get back out. Whatever effort you put in, you will end up getting back out. And so if you're putting in 50% effort, you're going to get 50% back. If you're putting in 0 effort, shocker, you're going to get 0 back, right? And the reality is in this business, there is a little bit of delayed results. So if you put in effort 100% for 1 month and it's just not paying you back 100%, I'm sorry to say, if you quit, you're going to miss out. You have to put in 150% for at least a year consistently to be able to see the benefits and reap the benefits from this business. If a year feels like a long time from now, guys, I mean, seriously, it's not. It's already May. Like we were just doing like crazy Inspire Beauty. Like I was just thinking back to our secret Valentine's and our cookie party in December, and that felt like yesterday, and it's already May. A year is not a long time. So if you can't go all in for a year, then you won't have the grit to be able to deal with the ups and downs of this type of business. You have to go all in. You've got to go all in. And going all in, guys, why not? Why not? I mean, I would love if you went all in for a year and then after a year you said, Brittany, I went all in. I said, yeah, heck yeah, girl, you did. And you said, and you know what? It's just not for me. I'd say, cool. I respect that. But if you go all in for 1 month and you say, it's not for me, it doesn't work, I say, yeah, no crap. Like, no crap. You can't go all, it's like saying I went to school for being a teacher for 1 month and now everybody should treat me like I have a PhD in education. No, it doesn't work like that. You put in the work. You put in the time. As a intern, when I went to school for education, do you think the kids took me seriously? And then I moved on to be a substitute, and I had a little more credibility because I had a degree, but I was a substitute, so they didn't take me seriously. And then I was a teacher, and I was a brand new teacher though, so the kids knew that and the other teachers knew that. But then after I had maybe like 5 years under my belt, and you see how it goes, it's the same in anything, guys. It's the same in anything. It takes time, right? It's just like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. It takes that growth to build the credibility, and people are watching you. And you know what? If somebody tells you no, and then they watch you quit, you validated every reason why they said no. But if somebody tells you no, and then you turn around and show them for the rest of that year that you were serious about what you said you were doing, they're only going to end up joining you, inevitably. But if you find yourself hearing somebody say no and then you quit, you just gave them every reason why their no was exactly the right thing to do. And I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that, because it's not worth it. So let's talk. Oh, come on. Action steps, guys. Let's talk some action steps that you need to take this week, okay? Some of them are going to be really relevant for you. Some of them you're like, okay, I might need more time on this, but these are what I think you should do this week if you want to take what I just gave you in this and take it to the next level. First of all, write out your why. If you haven't written out your why in a while, write it out, and I dare you to share it with the team. If you can't share it with the team because it is just so beyond you and stretching you so far, I get it, but share it at least with your upline so that they know why you're doing this, right? Next, plan what time you're going to work your business. Non-negotiable every day this week. So right now, I want you to figure out, okay, Tuesday through Sunday, this is what I'm going to do to work my business every day. And at that time, it's non-negotiable. It is a date you've made with yourself. Do your dream board. Remember Nicole last week? Remember those dream boards? Anybody do them yet? I haven't seen any posted yet. I have my dream board sitting right up here, and I'm waiting for other people to post theirs. I don't have to be the first one. Nicole doesn't have to be the first one to post our dream boards. Jump on as a leader and post your dream board, goal set, and share that with the team. Write out actions that you must do to get to the goals that you want. So once you write out your dreams, or once you write out your goals for May, if you haven't goal set for May either, by the way, that's the other thing, goal setting. There was a post about May goals. If you haven't commented on that post with your May goals and you haven't put pen to paper with it, be the 3%. Be the 3% that actually write down their goals, put pen to paper, and say, this is what I'm going to do. And if you fall short, who cares? Guys, I miss almost every goal I set each month, but I'm further than I was when I started the month, every month, okay? So who cares if you don't hit the goals? I don't hit my goals, but I'm further along than I would be if I had not set them in the first place. So go back and share that. And then write out the actions you have to take. If your goal is emerald, well, what are you gonna do? If your goal is diamond, well, what are you gonna do? If your goal is to run a challenge group, well, what are you gonna do, right? And so you gotta start putting actions to those goals. Commit to tracking what you're doing each day. Commit to tracking your daily to-dos so that at the end of the day, when you say, ooh, it was a non-negotiable that I, added 5 friends to my network, but I didn't do that yet today, you know that you need to do that to cross that off. Find one thing to research all week. So figure out when you answered that question earlier, when I said, where are you weak? Take that one area of weakness, and I want you to research that one area all week. For me, I'm doing a 1-star in 60-day training on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. There's like 14 videos. And so this week and next week, that's what I'm doing. Every day I'm listening to, it's like an hour long each one. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to those because there is information in there that I need to hear to be a better leader, to advance my business to where I want it to go. And then at the end of the week, I dare you on the team page to share what you learned about that one thing. So right now, figure out one thing you need to research, go research it, come back to the team and tell us what you learned. And last thing, guys, if you don't have your ticket for Summit, buy your ticket for Summit. Rip off that stinking Band-Aid. It will pay you back tenfold, even if you have to put it on a credit card. Like when I first started coaching, I had to put it on a credit card. But guess what? It's paid me back tenfold, not just in money, but in happiness, in freedom, in life, in just everything, guys. And I want to close with this. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, just remember that you are absolutely right. So if you're sitting here today and you've got excuse, and you think, I can't do this and I can't do that, and this is what barrier or obstacles in my way, this is what's challenging me, that's where you're going to get stuck. But if you believe, truly believe that you can do this, you're absolutely right. It's all up to you. So I'm going to exit out of that. I'm going to bring it on back to you guys. And I'm going to, hey guys, okay. And I'm going to open it up. Does anybody have questions? I know the whole time I was talking, I was like, that's a little tough love, but okay. I couldn't see your faces. I could only see the screen, so that helped. I hate being like tough love, but the reality is, guys, I see so much potential in all of you. And I just know that, like, I want to push and pull it out of you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. So anybody have any questions or anything that you want to add in? No? All right, my friends. Well, you know what time it is, right? Picture time. Okay, I will count it down. Everyone get your hair ready. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay, thank you guys so much for being on tonight. I will get the recording and the PowerPoint up on the resource page tomorrow. And just go ahead tonight after I shout you out, share any takeaways. I'm so, like, seriously though, thank you guys for committing to being on Monday night calls with me. It truly does mean a lot to me that you're here learning and growing together. All right, I will talk to you guys later.